Okay guys, today you're doing a limiting reactant lab, a limiting reagent lab, and you're going to be using a little baggie of paper clips to do this lab. And so the silver paper clips are going to be your nitrogens, and the blue paper clips are going to be your hydrogens. Okay, so let's put those together. N2 is the molecule you're going to be using, because here you have nitrogen and you have hydrogen. So when you have N2 plus H2, this is going to give you your NH3, okay? And that's your equation. Now, the boxes that are already shaded, that means you're not going to enter anything in those boxes, okay? So how many N2 molecules can I make with what they're giving me? Well, I have 2 here, and I have 2 more here. So N2 and N2, that means I have 2 nitrogen molecules. Then let's make the hydrogen molecules. I have H2, another H2, another H2, another H2, 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 and H2. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the H2 molecules. So 7 will go there. Now, using those paper clips, you want to know how many of the product of NH3 can I make. So here's a nitrogen. Okay, let's resume that. Here's a nitrogen, and you need 3 hydrogens. So this is 1 NH3 molecule. Here's another nitrogen, and here's 3 NH. That's another molecule. Here is another nitrogen, and here's 3 hydrogens. That's another NH molecule. And then here's another nitrogen, and 1, 2, 3. That's another NH molecule. And this is excess, it's left over. So I was able to make 1, 2, 3, 4 of the NH molecules. So that's going to go here. Did I have any of the nitrogen left over? Is that in excess? No. I ran out of that. So that's going to be my limiting reagent, because I ran out of the nitrogens first. And how many of the hydrogen did I have left over? I had 2 hydrogen left over that could not bond. So I had 2 in excess. That's it. You're going to use this for the back to fill that out, okay? Now also, don't forget about the balancing equation. You can put a coefficient here, here, and here. That's how you're going to get your mole ratio. So I have 2 nitrogen, so I need a 2 here. 2 times 3, that gives me 6 hydrogens, so I need a 3 here. So my coefficients are 1, 3, and 2. So let's do letter A. What's my mole ratio from N2 to H2? Remember, this is your mole to mole. So that I have 1 for nitrogen, and hydrogen is 3. So my mole ratio is 1 to 3. And that's it. I'm going to finish off the rest. Okay, on the back, you're going to use the information on your data table to enter these on the side. And you're going to relabel your limiting reagent. Okay. And here, you're going to use those formulas on page 42 to go ahead and do these. Okay, so for number 10, remember that you always write your given first. I have 25.5 moles of NH3, and I'm looking for moles of N2. So remember, this is just your mole to mole. This unit goes to the bottom, and you're going to get the coefficient from that equation. That equation was on the other side. You're going to get those coefficients and put them here to get your moles of N2. Same thing here. You're going to use the same given, 25.5 moles of NH3. And because this is your given unit, you're still doing the mole to mole. Here you have moles of NH3. What is unknown is the moles of H2. Again, you're going to get these from your coefficients on that equation that we did on the other side. This will give you your moles of H2. Whichever one of these is the smallest number, that's what's going to be your limiting reagent. The other one will be your excess. Okay? Same thing here. You're going to start with the moles, 17 moles, and you're going to look for the moles of NH3, and that's going to be on top. Same thing, you're going to get those numbers from the coefficients on the other side. And here you have a gram to gram. Use that equation on page 42. You start with your grams that's given of the nitrogen molecules, and then you're going to look for the grams of your NH3. So your GFM of N2 goes on the bottom for your 1 mole of N2. And then you have to change your chemical. Remember, your whole objective here is to go from one compound to the other compound in that equation. So you're going to have mole of N2 over mole of NH3. And remember this, anytime you have mole to mole, it comes from the equation. And the balanced equation's on the other side. Okay, but we didn't want moles, we want grams. So you're going to have the mole of NH3, 1 mole of NH3 will equal the GFM of NH3. Don't forget, you're going to multiply all the numbers on top, get an answer. Multiply all the numbers on the bottom, get an answer. You're going to divide that. That will give you your grams of NH3. And this, you're going to make NH3s. So you need to use the amounts you have here. Here's your key. And to see how many NH3s you can make. Whatever you run out of first, remember that that's going to be your limiting reagent. So you're going to tell me what is your limiting reagent there. Okay? And that's it. Make sure you turn it into the box or give it to the sub. It is due today.